right, ladies and gentlemen, start your layoffs. California, their FAST, all caps, Recovery Act that was passed into law into 2022 going into effect. Yeah, $20 an hour minimum wage for franchises. Again, this makes little to no sense to me at all, quite frankly. So a franchise, you have to have a chain that has 60 or more locations within the state of California. Now, most of these chain restaurants are not owned by the parent corporation. They're owned by mom and pops out there. You want to be McDonald's, Burger King, whatever it may be. They own a franchise. So, again, you try to explain to me how this makes any sense at all. It doesn't. But now we're already starting to see mass layoffs. A lot of the pizza chains, thousands of workers have been laid off. Mind you, California's got the highest unemployment rate in the country. So this is not going to help matters much. You do the math, $20 an hour minimum wage, or $40,000 a year. And actually, I played with the inflation calculator because I remember one of the kids in my graduating class, so one of the highest paid people, it was a buyer for like Saks Fifth Avenue at the time, was getting like $38,000. This is decades ago, obviously. That's about $87,000 equivalent today, which, not too shabby. But I think about the countless minimum wage jobs I had in franchises and food courts and small restaurants back in the day, and I don't understand what was that date? What was that point in time where, again, you work at a fast food restaurant, when that job became something where you were supposed to be able to support a family of four? I mean, unless you worked your way up and you ended up becoming a manager. It's a great scene from Coming to America with Louis Anderson, and he meets Akeem and Simi. He's like, "Hi, I was like you guys. Now I'm washing lettuce. Now next year I'm gonna be on food. Will be on fries, and next year I make assistant manager, and that's when the big bucks start rolling in." I go back and I think, so it was the last job I worked in a food court in a mall. Was on break from college one Christmas, and we were all kids, college kids, working in the food court, aside for the manager. That was it. It's all kids. The whole concept surrounding minimum wage, quite frankly, is it's patently absurd in of itself. You're going to see massive layoffs. You're going to see automation in a myriad of different things. That's going to continue. You're going to see, again, they already got some of these fast food joints working with robotics, and you're going to see crews having to work that much harder. I know what I would do, quite frankly, is you have to, as a restaurant, you got to make money, you got to show profit. You say, okay, I'm going to go to my most productive workers there, and I'm going to say, hey, listen, I'm going to pay you much more. I'll pay you much more than $20 an hour, but you're going to be working that much harder. I'm going to really need you to really bust your butt and hustle. And that's essentially, what's going to have to happen. Governments can't set a minimum wage. They can, and all they're going to do is they're going to force prices up, or they're going to force companies out of business. It's just that simple. The market needs to decide what wages are going to be. That's quite frankly, that's just the reality that's out there. And every single time you get governments trying to tinker with this stuff to make themselves look good, pat themselves on the back, it's not going to get anywhere. What you're going to see is job loss across the board. It's already happening. And it's, again, as plain as day. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.